literally, I play my T57 Heavy any map but this one. So we get this map. I was gonna live commentate this game. I was gonna go back into the older groove of the marking mission videos. However, the first map I get is Prokhorovka, or Fiery Salient if you're going to be anal about it. So I decide I'm gonna go on the hill, and the enemy team didn't, so we just keep on rolling through. Good for me that we find let's go to T50 camping all the way in the back. 1, 2, 3, and 4 shots into him. The I7 that was also camping up there puts 2 shots into me. I put some shots into him, but they all bounced or missed. The artillery gets lucky in the first shot, dies eventually. For me to get the second mark on the T57 Heavy, I had to average around 3.6k damage. On Prokhorovka with such a dominating team, that is so incredibly difficult. I only get 1 shot off into the Badger, and now we're just waiting for the Scorpion to show up. I put 1 shot in, and he dies before I even get to reload my second shot. That's less than 2 seconds.
Tell my kids that Daddy died with dignity.
So, you know, we go from having a fantastic city map that is Prokhorovka to the fantastic city map that is Corellia. Wargaming, give maps I can work with. No one from the enemy team went to that corner. That Emil too is all alone up there. I'm gonna flank him in my T57 Heavy, and he will never expect it. I don't know what the enemy team was doing on this flank, but they were being really bad at it. Now, if you can remember, I actually did a previous video on the T57 Heavy mark, trying to get the second mark on it. I failed miserably. I sucked in it. I couldn't do around 3.6k combined for long enough, apparently. And I actually kind of did this by accident. I was playing my Kranvan, and I suck in my Kranvan. I'm not gonna lie. I cannot figure it out. The 3 seconds between shots really ruins that tank for me. Anyway, I was so annoyed that I was like, but I'm not bad in autoloader, so I picked my T57 Heavy, completely forgotten the fact that I was so close to the mark and I didn't really want to play it, and I ruined the mark. So it just went from not playing to this tank to, well, I guess this is not going to be a video. Yes, my voice is very squeaky. I don't know what it is. I think coming to the end of being ill, and then my voice doesn't go, it just doesn't leave. I just turn back into a prepubescent 13-year-old whose nuts are finally starting to drop. I'm back in puberty, pretty much. Well, now we're gonna find out how good Russian side armor is or isn't. First shot does damage, second shot does not, third shot does. The fourth shot to kill him gets absorbed by his Russian-spaced side armor. I am dead. I am so many shapes of dead. I am angry. I shake my mouse in anger. I am so dead that you can already, like, pay for my funeral. I'm trying to block a shot with my gun, and he bounces. I don't know how he does it. So here I am. I'm reloaded now. Shot into his side, bounces. And I'm just like, okay, Soviet tanks are fine. They're completely fine, wargaming. There's nothing wrong with them. Eventually, I don't really get to do much anymore. The mouse gets killed by the artillery, but I'm spotted. So I die to a Borsig that has been just casually not been spotted for the entire game until now.
But I don't have another asshole.
Alright, cool. Give city map, give enemy all of heavily armored tanks. Give me the worst spawn on this map and make it Paris. Wargaming, literally working my nerves here. Paris is my mortal nemesis. If you've been a long-standing member of this YouTube channel, you will know that when I play Paris, the chance of me losing increases by tenfold. If I do win, I will probably have a shit game. I don't know what it is with Paris, but it's just, I don't like it, can work it, any of the above. I hate it, okay? I hate Paris. You can shoot from the middle, tanks crossing, and then from down out, it's either you brawl south at the bridge, which is a terrible fight from both sides anyway, or you fight in the field. Now luckily my team is actually pushing the field really hard, which means that they will probably win that, which is nice for me. I can work with that, that is fine. But winning is not the only thing I kind of want here. I need to have a good game as well. I want at least I'd say 3000 damage, so I would stay close to where I am currently on the mark, which is 83.76 or 8%. Look at that, look. Every single shot I've fired has been low so far. Yes, this is what I want. If you've been somewhat paying attention, you will have noticed that I've been firing a lot of heat during these games. I don't mess about when trying to mark my tier 10 tanks. I really don't. You can say what you want, as in, oh, it's so stupid that you fire heat. Sorry, I don't care. I wanted that mark. It's what I wanted in my life, okay? If you will ever see me mark the IS-3, the third mark fit, you will probably end up seeing me fire nothing but full premium. So you are warned.
I need another asshole.
At this point, I had just given up on trying to swear at the beginning of the match, because I was pretty much done with the fact that I was constantly getting shitty maps. I don't know where the first shot went. It just went high and above and away and gone. I am firing premium. I'm still firing nothing but premium. I don't care. I'm pushing the tempo for my team on this flank, and that's a mistake I often make. I am too aggressive. My team is not there to support me. I want to push the tempo, get early damage in, and I have wasted many marks and many videos actually thinking about it, just dying early this way, and then it was straight away just giving up, because I ain't coming back from a game where I do 800 damage, lose 1% of my mark. I have no patience. I don't know how people like Zircon or Orzi or Skill or Daki do it when marking tanks. I don't have the patience to sit here for hours on end, play a tank for hours on end, and have good games, go up like maybe 0.7%, have a shit game, go back down 1.3%. One step forward, 3 steps back it is almost. And then the rest of the game I didn't do anything anymore. I went to this position to maybe shoot the E4. That Borsig kept spotting me, but I couldn't see him. Eventually that Borsig got me my top gun. So this game where I blind killed a WZ-120 fake tank was really good towards my mark, and a top gun and a win for Sand River. El Aloof, that's pretty good. Also, Miley Cyrus is apparently German and plays World of Tanks. Who knew?
Maybe just shoot me.
Now, this game I was getting excited. Finally, I had a city map. I had a whole bunch of heavy tanks that I could spam my delicious sizzling heat at. This was where I was gonna do it, pretty much, if I didn't bounce up a 50B. That's fine though, he'll pop out so I can shoot him again. This just felt like the game. I was incredibly hype. I was literally bouncing in my chair in between reloads. I was shouting at my teammates to get out of the way because I wanted to go in and unload on my enemies. I tell this Type 5 to fall back because I no give no shit. I want to go in. This 1.5 is alone. I've got heat loaded in about... I'm loaded. I go in and I unload. He even misses on me. This is just how in I was. If this would have been the game where I would have died early on, that would have been this video so far. I die, black screen, end of video. If I was to die right now, that is what would happen. But this modeling by Wargaming is amazing, by the way. And this Type 5 Heavy is now in this small alleyway. The alleyway that I want to use to shoot tanks, and he's driving backwards. He's just blocking me left, right, and center. If you are wondering, by the way, I have spent so far in this video about 70k credits on spamming premium at my enemies. Yeah, it's been pretty bad, but I've got 8 million credits, so I'm fine. So I finally get to unload on the mouse, literally 1600 damage extra. The marker in the mod to the left of my screen turns green. I know I've got the mark. I'm literally jumping in my chair of joy because last time this mark went terrible.
I think our penises just fist bumped.
Maybe I am celebrating this a bit too much, but last time, like I said, it went terrible. I'm just really happy to have the second mark on this tank. I could finally close this chapter. Nothing else to say really. I did it. Goodbye.